Veteran racing ace Leslie Chung is a local motorsports celebrity. He's the only Singaporean to have competed in the World Rally Championship, one of the most challenging motorsport competitions in the world. But today, he's the owner of 3 electric vehicles.
I like the instant torque, the power delivery, and the convenience. You don't even need to warm up the engine. EV, in the morning, you just start and go. Don't worry about engine oil, water temperature, and things like that. Just move.
He's not the only one making the switch to electric. The electric vehicle population in Singapore more than doubled last year. And the rate of growth was even higher for electric cars. Traditional car makers are responding to this increased demand. A slew of new models are set to hit Singapore roads this year, catering to every market segment, including this EQS, the first Mercedes-Benz to be built ground up as an electric vehicle and a competitor to the Tesla Model S.
For some customers, it's about the sustainability factor. For other customers, it's about more the fun factor. So because it's also a lot of fun driving an electric vehicle. And for other customers, more like the costs are on top of mind.
Electric vehicles generally cost less to run than internal combustion engine vehicles. Since the start of the year, petrol prices have gone up by about 20%. Assuming a mileage of 20,000 kilometres a year, the savings in petrol alone could be over $2,000. There are also savings on maintenance, as electric vehicles have fewer moving parts and no oil to change. But while they cost less to run, EVs do cost more to buy. For example, between these 2 models of similar size and capacity, the EV costs about 27% more. But the government is working to change this by helping buyers defray the upfront cost differential. Buyers could qualify for a maximum of $45,000 of tax rebates.
In addition to that, some of the models effective May 2022 will be moved from Category B to Category A. In the current COE, price difference is about 20 over thousands. So you put it all together, there's a nearly 70,000 cost savings in terms of buying an EV. That will narrow the gap between the ICE and the EV.
I think the rich can afford to buy whatever they want. Electric cars, definitely. But I think that everybody can afford electrified transportation. So you don't have to just have cars. There's bikes, scooters, and there are also electric commercial vehicles.
Despite the growth in the electric vehicle population, such vehicles still make up less than 1% of all cars registered. One stumbling block in the past was the lack of charging infrastructure. But things are set to change. HDB towns are set to be EV ready by 2025, with charging points installed in 2,000 HDB car parks. By 2030, LTA aims to have 40,000 chargers in public car parks and 20,000 within private premises.
Rolling out 60,000 charging infrastructure is not a trivial exercise. People may think it looks simple, but it's actually not. So I think we need time for that, but it gives the assurance, first thing, there is going to be charging infrastructure. The EV rollout, to draw the line and say that there will not be any more internal combustion engines, is an important role for Singapore to play in the fight against climate change. And I think from a sustainable community and a sustainable city, it is the right decision to make. But it cannot extend to the point of we want to make EVs affordable for everybody in light of our transport system roadmap.
Today, EV drivers have available to them 800 public charging points at over 200 locations across Singapore. LTA's mytransport.sg app helps them identify available charging stations, as well as provides information on pricing, power rating, and plug type. Despite existing infrastructure, industry insiders say that consumer attitudes still need to evolve moving forward.
Very often, people in the passenger car segment often face range anxiety. Why? Because they take the vehicle, they drive. They drive it like a regular car. So they wait for the energy to come down. Then suddenly they forget and then say, oh, I've only got 20% left. Where do I charge? And then they start stressing themselves out. I just, chill, take a chill pill. So it's just a mindset change in how you charge, recharge, and don't stress.
Today, there is still price disparity, but I think the government policy is to discourage car ownership, period. So the simple message from government is try not to buy a car, but if you have to buy one, buy an EV.